Okay, we're recording. And is your name Danny?
My name is Dana.
Dana. Okay, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I missed it at the beginning, but go ahead, please. Corey said you
Uh,
had some things to say.
yes, actually, here at the Correctional Center in Saskatoon here, um, I was quarantined for 15 days when I first came in, and they put me into a unit knowing that there were six individuals in the unit. I believe there was like two or three of them. Um, the same day they put me into the unit. Um, they swabbed us that night, and there's four of us guys that came back negative, and they still housed us in the same unit for up to 2 weeks. Actually, a little over 2 weeks. Um, a week later, they tested four of us again. We came back negative a second time. They still housed us there for 2 days, and they took us to another unit after that, and we stayed there, had supper, and they ended up coming and telling us that they were going to quarantine us for another 14 days. So it's been like 6 weeks since I've been inside, maybe a little over 6 weeks, but I've been quarantined for at least 6 weeks now, right from November 8th to December 22nd. Um, I came back negative 3 times. Um, I just really don't know what to say about it. Like I plan on starting a lawsuit with these people.
Yeah,
Um,
rightfully
my
so.
family, my family have been pretty concerned, right?
Oh, of
Like I'm
course.
an older guy. I'm in my 40s, and the main thing that was concerning me was my mental health.
Yeah.
Kind of put me into a depression. You know,
So we're on the whole time you were quarantined. Were you allowed to talk to your family at all?
I was allowed to talk to my family, like no visiting, no nothing like that.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to go to yard.
Yeah.
It was pretty much 6 weeks without going outside, without going to a gym, without doing any kind of outside exercising.
Yeah.
We pretty much had to do exercising within the facility, like within our unit.
So
To top it all off, I pretty much lived for 2 weeks with my mask on. I slept with my mask. I lived day to day with my mask on. And they kept me with 35 positive inmates, knowing that I was negative.
yeah, it sounds very like I would be, you said
It
your
was
mental
stressful.
health declined, like depression, anxiety.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
have terrible anxiety. Like,
Oh, high anxiety, everything. Worrying about my family out there, whether or not they're going to catch the virus or not.
yeah.
Um, certain things weren't happening the way they should have been. Like when I was in that unit in Overflow 2-3, the guards did help us out eventually once we did go on hunger strike.
Yeah.
They started kind of helping us out and started kind of following the guidelines more.
Yeah.
After that, though, still we got quarantined in another unit. Some of the guards still weren't doing as they were told. Like they weren't fogging the place, they weren't sanitizing it. Like some of the staff, like I don't know, they would come in. Like I don't know if they were just a weekend staff or anything, but some of the staff weren't following protocol. They'd stop fogging and stuff, and it usually wasn't until the team leader would come in during the week that they would start taking notice of this. They would start practicing the protocol again. Um, I had court on the 17th of December. I wasn't even called to be a part of that court proceeding. I've been in here for like 2 months now, almost 2 months, and I haven't had a show cause hearing. I haven't had no bail report done.
No.
And I just found out that I have court January 7th for a plea hearing. So I was kind of like, well, how can you skip to a plea hearing from a bail hearing, right? So with all that set aside and the COVID,
Yeah.
it's been a really stressful 2 months.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I can't imagine like it's a very out of control feeling when like I mean like when you're incarcerated, your power's gone, you know?
Yeah,
And you're
pretty
sitting
much.
and you're waiting and you're not getting answers and the paranoia grows and the anxiety. And
Yeah.
like the court stuff is something too where it's like the courts are so backed up that this whole situation is like, you know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it doesn't help too because I have a partner that's also in Pinegrove, and we've been going through our kids to communicate, and I've been hearing that they've been having a hard time as well in there. Like they've been told that they can't complain, they can't do anything um, unless it's through the guards themselves, and I guess some of the girls there have been trying to get complaints out to the Ombudsman and to Elizabeth Fry, and they haven't had anything in return. They haven't heard back from nobody. So having a partner in there too, and then having to worry about her and her surroundings, including my own, it's a pretty stressful situation.
Oh. Yeah, like people on the outside too, like, you know, we've got our audience and we'll be getting this out there, and it's like, my God, like, I don't know, you just have to be open. People need to open their eyes as to, like, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
I try and be a pretty humble man. I pray for the guards. I pray for the staff and everything when I spot here and everything. That's something that I've been trying to practice since I've been in here. I have high regards and a lot of respect for the elder that brings us in the sweet grass and everything, so we can do much. That's another thing too. Sometimes there was a hard time about that, like concerning the time frame, right? For like 5 minute debate or something, asking them for this white box. So kind of have attitude about it.
Yeah.
The other night there, I asked the night staff, if we could watch a movie because it was Christmas Eve. And I was considerate enough to say, well, how about tomorrow night because it's Christmas night. Plus, we didn't get the chance to pick a movie together.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, well, leave a note with the staff and everything. I talked to the staff last night, and they pretty much just said no. And I said, well, it's Christmas and everything, you know, like have a heart, where's your heart, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And they pretty much said, well, there's Christmas once a year, you know? It's Christmas every year or something like that. And I was just like, wow. You know, like, I don't know how it made me feel, kind of made me feel disappointed, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Because we're trying to be nice. We weren't being ignorant. We weren't being hateful or anything by asking them. We weren't asking in a kind of orderly way or anything, you know. We're just trying to be, you know, nice and respectful.
Oh, well, and
you know,
you're looking.
It would have been nice if they would have just said, sure, hand in the remote when you're done, no problem. We all would have been quiet, watched the movie, and it all would have been good, you know.
Yeah.
But they still gave us a hard time and said no, and yeah. So,
yeah. I know when you're like
things like that kind of makes you depressed, right?
Oh, for sure. Because it's like, yeah, it's like, you know, when you reach out to try to have, you know, like you're reaching out, and when people put their hand away or they slap it away, it's like, well, dude, like, how are we ever gonna, like, I don't know. Yeah, I hear you on that.
So, I've been talking to other inmates in the facility here, and we've all agreed that any kind of support that we can throw out there to any inmates in the federal system or other provincial systems, we just want them to let them know that we have their support in any kind of way that they need it.
Yeah, we are like, we'll get this up and online, and we got our audience going, and we've gotten, you know, more action in the last couple of weeks than like I've ever seen on my show. And so it's like, it's solidarity and community and understanding that we're all in this together. It's important, for sure.
Yes, that's correct. And there's a lot of boys in here that come from different backgrounds on the outside.
Yeah.
And whether it's gang related or not, we're all from different backgrounds, and we all agreed. We all had a circle last night. We all agreed that, look, we're gonna have this unit to be an individual unit and start treating each other as men, as we should when we're out there on the streets and everything, right?
Yeah.
So we all agreed that we're gonna show each other that respect and start treating each other as men, and start taking care of ourselves in here as men as well.
Oh, it's
rather it be just numbers, you know.
Exactly. No, we're here. I'm here. My show's here in solidarity with with what's going on. Like our heart is with you, like out here.
And at the moment, I'm writing a letter right now. I'm working on my letter. I'm going to be writing it to the Attorney General, and I'm hoping it gets out there somehow. Because I'm not doing it just to help out the inmates, but I'm also speaking on behalf of our families out there as well. Because I'm just remanded right now. I'm not even sentenced yet.
No.
Yeah, and like whether I get sentenced or not, or if I get out on bail or whatever, it doesn't really matter to me. It's just I'm more concerned about what's going on now with the COVID virus, and now hearing about different variations of it too.
Right.
You know, that's pretty. That's quite the thing to be worrying about while we're in here. Like.
Yes. It's a situation, ongoing, like dynamic situation. And it's awesome to see like solidarity. And I know out here with our show, there's solidarity from coast to coast.
Yeah.
So.
Well, as far as I've been reading and I've been listening and everything, yeah, there is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it out there.
Yeah.
And us inmates in here are really appreciative of that. Of all the people out there supporting us.
Yeah.
We were just trying to get our fair chances to make things right in here. You know, because some things in here just aren't right, and we want to just help make them right.
Yeah. Well, our show will help you get them out there anyway. And I agree. Things need to be made right. There needs to be balance. There isn't any. Like, you know.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me on and having me discuss this with you.
Yes.
I've been kind of holding a lot of things in, and it feels nice to actually get my word out there.
Yes.
And I'm going to continue on helping my friends here with some paperwork and my letter. And I just want to get noticed here in the jail. I want to show our support to all the guys in the federal system and the provincial system. Same with all the women out there as well.
Yes. We're going to work on this. We're going to get this up here. And yeah, we are in solidarity, and we love hearing the voices of people who historically don't ever have one. When you're incarcerated, you don't get one. So it's time. Yeah, the time has come.
That's right.
Yeah.
Time has come.
Yeah. Well, thanks. You keep, like I say to Corey, he says he'll keep us posted. So keep us posted.
Oh, we will.
Yeah.
We'll keep you posted and everything. So you have a good day, and I just want to say thank you to everybody out there for your support.
Well, thank you. We'll look forward to hearing from you again. See what's happening.
All right. I'll keep you updated.
Okay. Take care.
You too.
Bye.